I have decided that I want to try and visit all the counties in Scotland. So by counties, what I did is I just got a Wikipedia list up of all the current and historical counties within Scotland. I removed all of the counties that were purely historical. I think that was just maybe Cromartyshire and Rossshire. And then I have also discounted all of the cities. So I think the city of Aberdeen, the city of Edinburgh, the city of Dundee and the city of Glasgow considered counties. But I do not like filming around people, so I will not be filming there. And that leaves me with 30, oh, I've got my list here, 34 counties to visit in Scotland. Sorry, just waving a camper van. So the first county that I have chosen to visit is Sutherland. So I believe it's one of Scotland's largest counties, but it has the smallest population. So there's only about 13,000 people in Sutherland, so it's incredibly remote. And most people seem to be living along the coastline, so in places like Brora, Golspie, Helmsdale. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to start this little video challenge, and I'm just excited to see more of Scotland. I love living in Aberdeenshire and I love exploring Aberdeenshire, but I know that there's so much more to see out here. We're in Hallidale Camping and Touring Park. It's really busy, there are tents and people everywhere, so I have Mattia holding the camera sort of surreptitiously, and I'm trying to just pretend that I'm talking to him because I hate filming in public. So I hope you can hear me too, because I'm being a little quiet. It's not been the most successful of evenings. We had a nice trip up, but we really wanted like a beach bonfire barbecue thing. But our first stop, which was Melvick Bay, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, they don't allow fires. So obviously immediately we just turned around, and then we tried further up the coast to a second bay that I've already forgotten the name of, but it's literally the next bay along from the west, from Melvick Bay. And it just didn't look like a good site. The tide was quite far in, there was nowhere to set up, and just got this like fire thing in the back of our minds, and we obviously don't want to be those people that start a massive fire. So we're back at the campsite. It turns out I've forgotten all the pans, so we're now trying to boil water in one of my little, like, I can't even remember what you call these, like military style things, and we're just having some camping meals which we've never had before, so I hope they're nice. I might give you a tiny little review. We've got 3, might try 2 of them, we'll see. I'll let you know how it goes. I don't know what to say, this is awkward. Never really had an opinion of anything on camera before, so bear with me. So curry fruit rice, it's pretty wet. It looks good though. It looks quite like coconutty. It smells very nice. That's pretty yummy. Like fruity, creamy. Could maybe do with a bit more salt. Also very wet. I have no idea what Sati Barbie is supposed to taste like. Oh, I'm not so sure about this. This looks a bit more like sick. It's like smells very good though. It's nice. It's nice, it's fine. I think I'm just making a prejudgment because of what it looks like. No, it's good. The little chunks of meat are nice. I think essentially if I was on a proper adventure, or just as a backup for if you forget pans or just need an emergency meal, these are really good. So we're on Melvick or Melvich Bay. I actually have no idea how to pronounce it. I should have asked the lady at the campsite this morning. It's really pretty. It's full of bird life. Apparently you can see lots of different cetaceans here, but we haven't seen any yet. And actually when I googled the top 10 things to do in Sutherland, this beach came up as one of them. So yeah, apparently one of the top 10. I'm at my first broch and it's called the Borg, which makes me very happy because I also really like Star Trek. I'm currently getting slightly eaten alive by midges, so I'm going to keep moving. Mattia's also very quickly flying the drone. But yeah, it's super cool. So I don't know much about brochs, like I don't know much about a lot of things, but I know they're Iron Age, and I know there's some debate as to whether they were used for residential or defence purposes. Super thick walls. You can't quite see the gap between the walls on this one. I think it's sort of collapsed inward, but you can see the entrance, which is really interesting. But no, it's really beautiful. I hope this is the start to seeing many more, but I'm going to leave now because I'm getting bitten to death. finally in Forsinard. I've wanted to come here to Flow Country for years, so it's really nice to finally make it. Flow Country is Europe's largest area of blanket bog, which just fascinates me. So I am so happy to come and see it. It's so quiet and peaceful here, a piece that I'm definitely breaking by talking to camera. But honestly, it feels like the world's just kind of like stopped still at the moment. It's such an interesting environment. I've never been anywhere quite like it. I mean, I've been to bogs before, but just the vast expanse of it is incredibly impressive. I'm so glad I finally managed to come here. We've stopped just outside of Kinbrace because there's promise of hut circles, but it's that kind of land, you know, heathery, moory land that doesn't seem to sort of do well at holding hut circle structure, so we're just going to have a quick look. So today our primary goal is to find a fossil, because this is apparently quite a good area for fossil hunting. So we're starting off at our campsite, which is called Craggaig Cloth. I'm sure I butchered that, but yeah, apparently there's fossils here, so we're going to start here and also look out for otters because we've heard it's a good spot for otters. This campsite is awesome. I think if you're keen on a very well manicured campsite with very up-to-date extensive facilities, this isn't going to be a place for you. But it's just kind of like, it's very free. You just pick the spot you want, set up camp, you can have fires. There's a nudist beach just down the path. I don't know, it just feels very free here, very kind of wild. I keep using the word feral because there's also lots of camper vans that don't seem to be used or lived in anymore. But yeah, I feel like this is a real find. I feel really lucky to have come here. But anyway, yeah, fossil hunting. Don't really know what we're doing, but wish us luck. It's not a fossil, but I found a double hagstone. I am obsessed with these things, so I'm pretty chuffed. So we've come to see Cairn Liath, which is probably one of the more, like one of the better examples of brochs that's easier to get to, but we've come at exactly the wrong time. There's some sort of festival going on or something, and it is fucking chaos. So like, yeah, I was gonna walk us down the beach and look for fossils and then show you Dunrobin Castle from the beach, but that's not gonna happen. So we're just gonna enjoy the cairn. So I've just found out a little bit more. I am stood in front of the sign, cheating, but brochs are unique to Scotland. There's a possible 200 brochs in Scotland and a probable 300 more, so a lot of them are just too ruined to be firmly identified. This one is one of the few excavated brochs on the Scottish mainland with surviving outbuildings, so it's really quite different to the ones that we saw on the way to Forsinard, which were like just kind of rubble really. I mean, you could see the shape, but you couldn't see anything of the surviving outbuildings. So it's definitely like a super interesting site to visit, but just don't come on a festival day. We decided to come back up to Brora because I read that you can find fossils near the estuary. So yeah, we're here having a look, but it already seems a bit more difficult, not only because it's raining, but just because we don't know what we're looking for, and the rocks look really different to back up at Crackegg.